Here is a name that Asian snack lovers must have heard of, Calbee. It's a Japanese company that was founded more than 75 years ago and is still going strong today with its snacks that continue to be popular globally. Our Lin managed to speak to Calbee's CEO of recently and is here to give us the highlights of their conversation. Did he talk about, Lin, the tariff impact?
Indeed, he did, Sherry. That was some of the first things I asked him. But I wanted to pick up on what you were saying about the company, because when we think about Japanese companies, Japanese exporters, business to consumer, people will answer autos, people will answer gaming as well, but certainly food is a major export, including Japanese snacks again, which is what is Calbee's specialization. They are one of the market leaders in Japan, certainly. And I did ask the CEO and President Makoto Ehara about his reaction to this trade deal, which has been announced between Japan and the US. He sounded pretty cautious here about what the impact will be. He said that in terms of that universal baseline 10%, which the company has already been dealing with, they've really looked at trying to tighten up their production and save on costs. But in terms of that looming 15% that is to come, he says the upshot here is that they are going to see likely an acceleration of localizing their production in the United States and, at least in the short term, some increases in terms of prices there. Let's take a watch.
As far as the tariff as far as the tariff in US, we have some impact of these tariffs. We are now exporting the product from Japan, and not only Japan, but also in Hong Kong and Singapore to US. Currently, the tariff is nearly zero. However, from now on, the tariff is going up. So as a result of that, we must increase the price in the US. As a result of that, the demand shall be decline. So that is a problem for us.
Do you welcome the fact, though, that there is now a deal and therefore for companies there is a bit more certainty?
As far as the tariff, every day is changing. So we cannot, it's difficult to predict the future as of today. So, but we are now proceeding in the manufacturing in US instead of exporting product to US. So we must accelerate this policy from now on.
Makoto, that's a very interesting point, because as part of the trade deal, we know that there is the $550 billion of additional investment from Japan to go into the US. Mm-hmm. Are you looking at any kind of concrete plans now going forward in terms of accelerating your manufacturing footprint there?
We are now producing one product in US. So from now on, we accelerate to increase more the product in US instead of exporting from Japan and Thailand and Hong Kong.
So that's Calbee CEO there talking about the fact that at the moment in the United States, they do have some manufacturing facilities, but it's only in relation to one product, and they really look to scale up. And just in terms of some context on the company as well, if you look at their revenue streams, it's still mostly domestic. So for FY this year, around March, the latest numbers showing that about 75% of their sales comes from the Japanese domestic market, 25% from the overseas market. Makoto-san, though, did note some of the headwinds in terms of its domestic market. He spoke about the concerns around the demographics, the aging population, also the labour shortages, and therefore the increases in terms of costs coming at a time, he says, where they are seeing that domestic demand is gradually decreasing. So he gives examples, for example, in terms of automation. They've just opened a plant in Hiroshima, as well as focusing in on value-added products as well. But in terms of their longer-term strategy, it really is on these overseas markets, which is the key. And he highlights North America as well as Greater China as the focus areas. The aim, he says, is to double revenue in the next 10 years here. And so therefore, the US market is absolutely instrumental in that. And so therefore, he talked also about the fact that they look to make that move in terms of further localization within the next 5 years or so.